Hi, everyone. If you could just start with me and just join me in one deep collective breath, breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Great. I'm going to join you in a seated position here, and I'm going to invite all of you, if you're comfortable, to close your eyes. And as you stay connected to your breath, I want you to just visualize your body here in this moment, right now, at the Coolidge Theater with EO and friends. And now if you can just place one hand on your stomach, see if you can pinpoint that place that's slightly behind and below your belly button, your core. Welcome to your body center. This is a center of intelligence. In our bodies is where we find our power. Many of the people in this room are business owners, creators. This is your life force. This is where that energy comes from. There's so much information for you in your body. Your body is where you can ask yourself, what is mine to do? And now with the next breath, I'm going to ask you to place your other hand on your heart. And as you continue to follow that breath, maybe you can visualize that organ inside of your body, pumping blood, keeping you alive. This is your second center of intelligence. This is your heart center, your feeling center. This is where you find your values and your passion. This is where you can ask yourself, what is true for me? And your heart center is where you find your alignment. With one more breath, maybe you can even welcome a softening. A lot of our hearts are armored. See if you can welcome a softening, a receptivity there. And now with the next breath, we're grounded in our bodies and we're present in our hearts. Let's see if we can draw that attention up into the mind. There's a place that's slightly above and between your eyebrows called the mind's eye. This is your third center of intelligence, your knowing center. And when we're present in our bodies and our hearts, our minds have a different way of being. It's effortless. It's a way of knowing without thinking, a sense of clarity. And now maybe with one more breath all together, see if you can flick on a switch, your body, your heart, and your mind, and join me back in the room. Thank you. So that practice right there, I hope, is part of my legacy. I learned it 5 years ago. It was shortly after the beginning of the pandemic, and something felt off within me. I knew something needed to change, and I felt the urge to get to work. And I actually quit my job of 18 years, and I joined a mindfulness program. I studied with a world-renowned teacher and 200 other people from around the world online. It was different times then where we were all kind of meeting online. And we studied for a year. We studied this tool called the Enneagram. If you know me, I've talked about it a lot. It's my favorite topic, but a topic for another day. In that program, we learned that practice, and we committed to doing it every single day. And as we all know the benefits of meditation, we've just regulated our nervous system. There's so much good stuff there. But where the magic happens is in the blind spot. So we all have these three centers within us, with access to them. But every single one of us in this room is at home base in one. For example, I'm a head-centered person. I spend most of my time in my mind. I plan, I vision, I worry. And my mind communicates directly with my body, and I spring into action. By doing that practice every single day, I learned that my heart was not online. It slowly started to show up as I practiced more and more. I'll give you another example. I work with artists, and artists, I'm generalizing here, but many artists, they're at home in their heart center. They feel deeply, they're sensitive, they're vulnerable, they're passionate, and their hearts oftentimes communicate directly with their body. So they create, they do things, they make work, they share so much beautiful things with us. But oftentimes the artist's head center might be the missing piece. Not all of them, but that's where the strategy comes in the planning. So I share that with all of you today because it's become the foundation of my life. And it's something that runs everything I do, whether it's parenting or business. I founded my business that year that I was in that program. And my partner and I both actually had the heart as a blind spot. So when we were working on our business plan, we spent so much time on the values, on the alignment, the mission, what was ours to do, what was true for us. And it served us so well. We're almost 4 years into the business now, and we have that to turn to all the time. Just recently, we actually were invited to bid on a really exciting project. It was a big biotech, multi-billion-dollar company, local here. And honestly, we were so pumped. We poured our hearts into that proposal. And we were invited in for an interview, which was so exciting. And honestly, we also usually win the projects we go for. So when we were at that interview, there was a question that came up that was completely out of alignment with our values. It really made us question if this was the right fit for us. And we answered honestly, and 2 weeks later, we found out we didn't get the project. But because we had that work and we had that foundation, we already knew it wasn't our work to do. It was really easy to go to sleep that night and to communicate with our team. And I just share that with you as a room full of business people because it's something that supports us so much and creates so much clarity. When I think about legacy, I was thinking a lot about how it's really has nothing to do with what I leave behind, but what I pass forward. And that practice is the most valuable resource I have. So any opportunity I have to share it with anyone is an opportunity for me to share a piece of my legacy. So thank you.